guys, what's up? So in this video we're going to do the most updated series of bus numbers and their replacements. So I had originally filmed this video back in October when I had a visit to the bus garage, but I did not like how it turned out, and I also didn't have the proper photos of a few of the buses. So basically what we're going to do, like we have in past videos like this, I'm going to read off to you the numbers and tell you what they were and what they've been replaced with. So I do have all my notes right here written down on a piece of paper so I wouldn't forget anything. The first bus we're going to talk about is 34. 34 is a 2002 International Conventional. Some of you guys know that it was 181 when I rode on it as a student. So it's out of service. It was replaced with a 2021 Thomas Safety Liner C2. So all the buses in this video were replaced with 2021 Thomas C2s. The new 34, like I said, it's a 2021 Thomas C2. I do have a video tour of it if you want to go check it out. So it does have underbody storage. It's one of the 4 buses of the 2021s to have underbody storage. It's got the fender-mounted signals. They are, I believe, they're 72 passenger buses, and it's also got tire chains. So overall, I mean, it's not a bad-looking bus. It's definitely not the old 34. In my personal opinion, the old 34 is better, but that's because I rode the old 34. And so again, old 34 was a 2002 International Conventional. New 34 is a 2021 Thomas C2. The next bus on this list is 36. So 36 is another bus that I rode. Surprisingly, there are, within this batch of new buses, 3 of the buses replaced 3 buses that I had as a student. So anyways, 36 is a 1997 Bluebird International. We actually still own it. It hasn't been sold yet, but they did replace it. So it's also been replaced with the 2021 Thomas C2. Now, new 36 does not have underbody storage. It's one of the 4 that didn't get it. So yeah, and like outside of that, 34, like the new 34 and the new 36 look exactly the same with the exception of the underbody storage. So there's really not much else that's too notable about the new 36. Just the fact that it's the new 36 and I rode the old 36. So the next bus on this list is 41. So 41 was a 1987 Bluebird International, just like 36. They were sister buses. So 41 was actually sold within the last batch of buses, including this one in front of me here. So I had 41 in elementary school. It actually started off my 3rd grade year because we were supposed to have bus 24, but bus 24 had been in an accident and it was being repaired. So new 41, again, another Safety Liner C2. It also has underbody storage. You know, and it's weird for me to see these buses that I had ridden as a student get replaced and then see the new 41 or the new 36 or the new 34. And, you know, and it not be the buses that I remember it being. So new 41, nothing too extra. The one thing I did forget to mention, so like all of these C2s that I'm talking about, they're all 2021s. They all have the same specs, with the exception of the 4 buses with underbody storage. They all have backup cameras, which is a first for us. None of our other buses have that, so that's pretty cool. Moving on, the next bus in the list is 44. So, old 44, as you guys know, 1995 Wayne International, just like this one. In fact, they were sister buses, if you didn't know that. So, old 44, I had ridden it once as a spare, and the thing that I love about old 44 is that it was actually pulled from service originally at the end of the 14-15 school year. I don't know why. I'm assuming rust or maybe the age. I really don't think age would have had anything to do with it since this one here stayed in service. So it would later be pulled back into service during the 16-17 school year when we would be running short on buses and we would we would need buses. So old 44, like I said, sister bus to 45, exactly the same type of bus, same engine, same everything. And it's a shame. I hate that it's gone now. I know I have one of the Waynes, but like, yeah, if I had been able to, I most certainly would have bought all three. But of course, I wasn't able to. I only was able to get one. I'm thankful for that one that I do have. So, yeah. So, if you hadn't guessed already, 44 was replaced with a 2021 C2. Now, 44, the C2, no underbody storage, and this is the thing that I do like about the new 44 and 45. Identical. So just like what they replaced, they are sister buses, they are identical. Will they last as long? No. Are they better than what they replaced? In my opinion, hell no. But, that's my opinion. Some of you could have other opinions. I'm sure those of you who think a C2 is better than a Wayne, you've probably never ridden one. Anyways, so, yeah, new 44. So the next bus is 45. You guys all know what 45 was. It's right here. Right in front of me. So 1995 Wayne International, just like 44. The bus that replaced it, again, another C2. So new 45, like I said, it's identical to new 44. So there's really not anything different between the two. And to me, I find it ironic that they replaced two of the Waynes with a bus that's really trying to be a Wayne, if you look at it. I always thought that when this would get replaced, it would be a CE, right? I never could have imagined that we would get C2s in 2018 and not go back to IC, at least at the time of this video. It's a weird feeling to watch your school district that you grew up get something that they've never gotten, and then just start replacing all the buses you grew up with these safety liner C2 things, So, yeah. The next bus on this list is 62. So, the next two buses are exactly the same with what they were and what replaced them. So 62 was a 2001 International Conventional, 71 passenger buses. So these buses, as far as I know, were ordered directly for Lebanon by Laidlaw. So this would have been like our second batch of buses that Laidlaw purchased for us. And obviously the first ones being the Amtrans, the 3800s, I should say. So old 62 had bodywork in the late summer of 2017. So the bus was in service from that point. Well, it had been in service before that, but I'm not sure when exactly it got removed from service. Obviously, with COVID and everything, all the buses stopped running routes in like March of last year, so a lot of the time last year they were sitting. So I don't know when the decision was made to replace it. I'm assuming that they replaced it because of rust. Also, the 2001s had the push-pull manual door, which I doubt that was a factor in it being replaced, but it was something to note. So the new 62 is also a C2. It does not have underbody storage. It does have the tire chains like all of them do. Fender-mounted signals, all of that fun stuff. So the next bus 63, it was... Oh, there is a seat. No, that's a... Alright, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. Well, no. But there is a CE driving by right now. You may have gotten it then, but a Camaro decided to drive by and make a bunch of noise. So, that didn't happen. So anyways, 63, it was a 2001 International Conventional, just like 62. They were sister buses. It also got the body work. I don't know if it got as much, because it was like a lot of the first gens got body work, but in varying degrees. Like, some of them just had their floors replaced, some of them had the floors, the sides, and the backs. Some of them just had the sides and the floor. So I guess it just depended on what they wanted to do. I don't know how they picked and choose which one got what. But anyways, it also had the push-pull manual door. I'm assuming that it probably got replaced because of rust. I don't know what their mileage was, but I'm assuming that both of them probably had very high mileage. Not that that really affects any of our buses, because literally 43 has 261,000. So the new 63 is a C2, obviously. It also has underbody storage, so it's the third to have underbody storage. Nothing too notable with it. I haven't ridden on any of our C2s at this point, so like I don't really have any experience other than, well, I take that back, I've ridden on new 16, but this isn't a 2021. So I don't really have much experience with them other than getting on them to take pictures. But yeah, 63. So the last bus in this video we're going to talk about was 76. So 76 was a 2002 IC CE. I'm calling it a CE because it had an IC badge on the hood. A lot of our 2002s are weird in the aspect of they were built in May of 02, and you would think that they would be considered 03s based off of how 50 is an 04 and it was built in March. But anyways, we do have a large group of 2002s that I just call them CEs, because I mean at this point that's basically what they are. A lot of them did have IC logos on their hoods. But anyways, so old 76 CE, 71 passenger, pretty much looks like 50, but with a black diamond on the hood and no roof logos. Now, I don't remember ever riding on 76 because it was almost always on the route. So I don't really have any experience there. I'll have to see. I've got a video from May of 2016 when, and a lot of the buses that have been sold off are in that video. And it's basically when they were driving around just to make sure they had done everything they needed to do before the end of the school day, since it was the last day of school. Those videos are titled Last Day Inspection. My point of bringing up that video is old 76 is probably in it at some point if you want to see it. So the new 76 is another 2021 C2. It's the fourth C2 to have underbody storage. And there's really nothing other than the underbody storage that makes it stand out from the others. So with that being said, that's new 76. There's really nothing else special about it. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I just kind of wanted to do this because it's been something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I wanted to refilm it, and now I'm finally refilming it. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think, and yeah.